weekly I Ching Oracle, insights for everyday success. That's what we're doing here. And if you ask yourself, what the is I Ching? Well, it's a focused method of the Chinese Metaphysics. And it has been used for thousands of years and is based on trigrams and hexagrams, which you may or may not know from the Feng Shui. I personally use it a lot, and I must say I am really, really grateful for this tool. So this is my weekly I Ching reading for you, my forecast for 2024, and we are in week 29. So every Sunday live, 6:15 p.m. Brisbane time, 8:15 New Zealand, 10:15 Germany, and the Americas is night, so you can have me for breakfast. Okay, so what are we doing here with the I Ching? So what we do here is we look into the energies of the year, the month, and then every single day of the week, from Sunday to Sunday. Because if we know what's coming, we are just so much better at reacting to it. And exactly, not reacting, but responding. So when we know what's coming, what's the energy like? What is a good energy on the day? What's maybe not so good on this day? This is what enables us to really be good. And if you're watching this on YouTube, by the way, you will have some chapters down there. So you come back on the day, like tomorrow, Monday, or on Tuesday, and say, what did Sandra say is the energy today? And that's just what's really good. And I'm doing this because I sometimes don't remember what I've said here, so I have to rewatch it. And it's really funny because what happened this week was, if you remember, on one of the days I said it's also called trap, and it's also called exhaustion. And I told you last week that recently, or the months before when we last had that one, I made a note about meditate on the day to not fall into the trap and to look after your exhaustion. And it was so funny. It was hilarious. I woke up in the morning. I felt so weak. And I sat down and meditated. And after the meditation, the message said to me like, oh, have a look what you said on your I Ching forecast for today. So I did. And it said, meditate. And you know what? I meditated exactly the hours that I said in there. And that was hilarious. So somehow, somewhere, subconsciously, I must have remembered that. I'm just guessing. And I did it. And it really helped me a lot on the day because it said exhaustion, and that's how I felt. So I was allowed, and I gave myself tips in here, and I did what I said, and that was really a good day. It ended up really being a really good day, and I'm happy about it. So let's go without further ado. So we're looking into the year energy, but just shortly, because you know I've said it so many times. So the year energy is 38 opposition, and that is what we are in at the moment. I mean, we all see it, we all feel it. We are in opposition. There is a division going on. Some people, it's about communication. It's really hard to communicate because someone has this meaning, this opinion, someone has this opinion, and it's really hard at the moment to come together. The more important it is to really gather with people that are like-minded and find them and really make tolerance is a big thing. Seriously, fighting is not an option. It costs energy and is useless. So it's about tolerance, and it's about really being in your own energy and in your own mind, and just don't throw it into everyone's face. It doesn't make sense most of the time. If you have the feeling that it doesn't lead to anything good, stay with like-minded people. And that's what we really need to do this whole year. It's not about holding back. It's about realizing when is the energy right to actually voice something, and when is it really in opposition. It doesn't lead you anywhere. And now we're looking into the month energy. So what's the month looking like? The month is 6 litigation. And the 6 litigation, the interesting thing about that one is it's also called conflict. So even more reason not to go into the conflict, because this month is a little bit loaded up. And if you know about the flying stars, you know that we also have a little bit of an energy issue with the flying stars, with conflicts. So it's not about holding back. It's about realizing where is it worth putting your energy in. Really be vigilant, be really aware of which fights do you want to go in, which conflicts do you want to resolve. And so resolving a conflict, I remind you again, if someone is about A and the other is about B, the solution very rarely is in the middle, because nobody wins. So, but if A wins, B is unhappy. If B wins, A is unhappy. So the solution is very, very often the third one, the C, the higher solution, the one that is really good for everybody. And if you can't find a solution, maybe you need to have a look into the third party to help you finding a solution. Is that an option? Have a look into that. So today's Sunday. Today's Sunday is 52. And if you watched last week, you already know that 52 is a double mountain. So it's about keeping still, staying with yourself, staying with your principles. So that is what we're doing today. How retreating from any activity enables you to stay connected with your core essence and your true self. So today is a day to meditate, to look after your own interests, to look after your own ideas, maybe create something, but not in the big schemes and not out there. It's about really keeping still. So we, for instance, yesterday went out and went to some parks and had a fun time. And today we're coming down, staying here, what needs to be done, and doing that. So the keeping still, the double mountain, is really about knowing when is it time to move and when is it time to stay. So going forward, when the time has come, then you go forward. So the stillness is the beginning of all movements, because in the stillness, you will realize when it's time and how to move and what to move. Maybe you don't know at the moment how to move forward. Today, 52 the mountain, double mountain, that's a good time to look into that. How do we raise our energies tomorrow, Monday? Number 16, delight, also called enthusiasm. So you've looked into yourself yesterday and looked into when is it time to move? Is it time to keep still? So today, tomorrow, Monday, you will have the enthusiasm. It's thunder on earth. Thunder, if you follow me for a while, is movement, and the earth is a very good basis to work on and to work with. So I call it, where are we here? How the power of joy radiates out to the environment, and hence everything succeeds without a targeted intention. So if you on the Sunday looked inside, is it time to move? Is it time to stay still? What is good for me? What is good for everybody else? Then on the Monday, you might get the energy through the thunder to do something, to take care. So, and with this enthusiasm, is victory comes with it, because if it comes from the inside, your enthusiasm, you don't have to how do you say, oh my God, you don't have to convince anyone, because you are it. You don't need any words, your actions will tell them what's going on. And that is what enthusiasm is about. And the thunder that's in the sign, that's electrical energy. That's electrical, and you're full of electric energy to really get other people to in the bigger picture, to shift the bigger picture. And the joy is powerful. Never underestimate joy. So, and the thunderstorm refreshes nature, and it's a relief. But it has to be clear. It has to be, how do you want to say, like music. It needs to be clear, and it needs to have the earth underneath, the receptive. So it's not about putting your power, your yang power on everyone. It's about still being receptive with your enthusiasm, hearing people. What is their reaction? What is it they really want? So your thunder needs to also be you being receptive. What is everybody else about? Does that make sense? That's how you really make use of your own energy on what did I say? Monday. No, Monday. Yes, delight, enthusiasm. Exactly that. And how do we raise our energy on the Tuesday? So on Monday, you're full of enthusiasm. And on Tuesday, we've got something that's called 3, the beginning, or also called difficulty at the beginning. So also sprouting. So you had your ideas yesterday and you started doing things, and now you're standing on the beginning. So if you thought, it's water on thunder, by the way. So we have thunder again, which is about action. Okay. So if you ever thought about starting something new, doing something different, the Tuesday is a great day for that, by the way. It's an initiate day as well on the 12-day officers. Wow, that's That's a coincidence. So again, if you want to start something new, the Tuesday is really a good one. How to deal with challenges and obstacles at the beginning of a process. So it's about, it really gives you the energy to deal with those possible challenges, oh my gosh, at the beginning of a process. So do you want to start something? Mm-hmm. The chaos is clearing up. So the water on top is going underneath, is going slowly down, which is water, if you remember, it has to do with danger, the abysmal. Okay. And what's coming up is the thunderstorm. It brings, releases tension. It brings you more energy. So, of course, every you start something new, there is a danger within, without a question, the water. But there is the thunder, and the thunder, if it's joy, like with the enthusiasm, if it's joy, you don't have to convince anyone, you are it. And time of growth will always have difficulties. But is it worth it? And that is what you have to ask yourself. That is probably what you had to ask yourself on Sunday. What do you want it? And the prospect of great success lies in the perseverance. And if you have the energy, and if you have the mindset and the enthusiasm and the joy within, there is success. Inspiration and guidance are within that. So Tuesday sounds great to me. To you as well? How do we raise our energies on the Wednesday? Oh, that's a funny one. The one on Wednesday, it's called Without Wrongdoing. The unexpected. Innocence. Heaven on thunder. Isn't that something cool? You want to start something new and you are in the enthusiasm. You have the energy. So you are innocent in a way. And that's where maybe one or the other obstacle comes up. And so I called it How to Read the Signs of Fate to Review the Purity of Your Goals. So because it is, of course, the purity, the innocence, it is, of course, important if you start something new to stay with yourself. So the life energy begins to move because you started finding your goals. And it's also about the bigger picture. And for that, you need to look inside. It begins to move again under the heavens. So everything sprouts and grows. So really starting something new on the Tuesday seems to be quite a good luck. Wonderful. Well, how do we raise our energy on the Thursday? The Thursday, we have something number 30, another double sign like the mountain on Sunday. It's called fire. It's fire on fire. The fire is very interesting because the fire in itself has no real form. It takes on the form to what it's clinging on. So the brightness comes out of the matter where it gets nourished. So the fire itself has no form. It's like a new idea, and you need clarity for that, of course. Has no form yet. It's clinging to something. So maybe you're clinging to a modality. Maybe you're clinging to a place. Maybe you're clinging to an idea. Make sure that it is your clarity, that your clarity is within you and you can show it to the outside, because that will cause the light to spread farther and further and further, and your idea and the word of mouth will come to it. How the power of your own conviction gives your life a deep meaning and clarity. What do you want to start? What gives your life a deep meaning and clarity? This is a very, very interesting week, I think. It's a very, very interesting week. Possibly starting something new, at least pondering about it. At least pondering what can be different and new. And the whole energy, the whole week is very, very interesting, I think. Let's see what the next day brings. The Friday. How do we raise the energy on the Friday? That's interesting as well, by the way. It's called number 61. Sincerity or inner truth. It's the wind on the lake. So it's the gentle on the joyous. So it's nothing forcing anything. It's gentle on joy, wind on lake. So the wind blows over the lake and steers the surface of the water. So it makes invisible things visible. So that is probably Friday, is probably a day to start going outward with your ideas, but with joy and gentle. So your force of your inner truth has to grow. That's what you did the days before your influence can extend. So on Friday, maybe it's time to go out, to make a decision how you want to appear, be it social media, be it email list, be it in a surrounding, be it with family and friends to start with. Where do you want to start? Friday is a good day to find out where you want to start. How sincerity and honesty lead to deep insight, trustworthiness, and integrity. Yes, please, please, please. If you have an idea what you want to do and what you want to grow, and everything, don't buy into any ideas from other people, other gurus, other whoever. That tell you, oh, you have to do it that way, that way. And if maybe it feels wrong, you will know what to do. We've been talking about clarity the whole time, and sincerity and integrity as well. So if you decide on Friday where to start, where to go out, where to begin with your new endeavor, stay true to yourself. It's important. If you're in the game for the long run, it's important to stay in your integrity. Ask yourself, where am I? And if you do that, on the Saturday, we have a 26, the taming power of the great. Accumulating wisdom, great accumulating. How to hold back creative impulses to further the inner development. So we've got mountain on heaven. So again, we have keeping still on the creative. So maybe you have your idea, maybe you started telling people about it, but the creative needs still to be tamed and keeping still, because there's 3 meanings in that I Ching on the Saturday. Number 1 is really holding it together. If you want to, like scream it from the rooftops that this is what you're starting and this is what you're going to do, hold it together a little bit. Second meaning, holding back. Third meaning is caring and nourishing. So take care of your idea on Saturday and nourish it. You've told people on Friday, let it grow, let it simmer, let those seeds grow. But on Saturday, it's time to go inward and really hold the creative back in the stillness process. I mean, you know me. In the meditation, I have my best ideas, and I bet you will as well. So on the Saturday, it's about not stopping the creative process, but stopping the outward creative process. You need to be clear-headed and strong to grow the idea and to keep on creating. Maybe there are some hidden treasures somewhere. And how do we find hidden treasures? In the stillness, correct. So that's what we want to do on the Saturday. And guess what you will receive on the Sunday? 43 eliminating, which also means breakthrough. Wouldn't that be amazing? Keeping still on Saturday and keeping the creative process inside and just growing and nourishing and taking care of your idea might bring you a breakthrough on the Sunday. It's lake on heaven, so it's the joyous on the creative. So the joyous on the creative means that the creations will be joyful. And we've talked about the whole week how joy is really the enthusiasm and everything, how joy will bring your ideas and everything to other people without having to convince anyone who wants to, if you want to, let's say you want to sell something. You don't want to convince someone, you want to talk about it and people say, oh, this is what I need. You don't want to convince people that what your ideas is great and you are great and whatever. No. You show it. That's what I meant. You are it. If you are it, if you're living it, then people will come by themselves. If you're joyous about it, if you're creative with joy and with the gentleness, people will come by themselves. And seriously, this is really about changing in the conditions maybe. Because what will also happen is you will have, when you talk about your ideas, your creativity and how you are and your joyful enthusiasm, people that are not interested in you or your ideas will disappear by themselves. And those who stay, maybe it's smaller in numbers, who cares? But those who stay are staying with you, because of your ideas, your life, what you've been through, what you've managed in the last weeks, months, years. This is what we want, and this is what a breakthrough is. Your integrity, your inner values, you show them. You are them. And then those people will disappear, the naysayers and the trolls, haters, whatever. And those who stay are those who will be with you whatever happens. Isn't that what we want? So we're eliminating, this is what the eliminating actually means in the sign. We're eliminating those who are not for us, who are not with us. And that's the Sunday. So the Monday brings something that is absolutely amazing. But to hear that, you need to come back again next Sunday. And then we're talking about what happens on the Monday. So this week is really interesting. Sunday, we're keeping still. We're just really retreating from any activity to plan, to look forward, and all of these things. Monday, enthusiasm, really, really, oh my God, we're having energy. And then on the Tuesday, difficulty at the beginning, everything is starting something new, will have difficulty within. Wednesday, what is it? Tuesday, Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? Innocence, yes, without wrongdoing. And I said on the Tuesday, I said, starting something. Gonna get something started. And then we're having the fire, something without shape, but bringing things to light. And then the sincerity on Friday, your inner truth, your integrity will help you telling people about what your ideas are, what you want. And on the Saturday, the taming power, really the accumulation of wisdom, holding back the creative impulses to go further out, but nourishing and taking care of your idea and what you want to start. And then on the Sunday, probably the breakthrough. Wouldn't that be amazing? It sounds like an amazing week to me. It sounds like a lot is happening. So your persistence is really paying off. That's what it sounds like to me. And I've been over time again. Oh, that's just what it is. Hey, if you like what you heard, what you saw, let me know. Comment, write to me, tell your friends about it. This is going to be a very, very interesting week. And I know exactly what I will use it for. I have an idea, but I will have to go through every day again. I will listen to my own chapters. Oh my God. Interesting week ahead. Lot of thunder, which means a lot of changes, lots of doing, but a lot of joy. Did you see that too? Lots of joy this week. But of course, it's on you what you do with it. Have a fabulous week, and I see you again next Sunday, live here for the next week. Oh my God. Looking forward to it. Have a fabulous week. Bye.